All right, so today, no workout today. I already did my workout. I trained my back and I did a main focus of my calves. No quads or hamstrings today, just calves. Um, did some single arm pull downs for the lats. Did some like middle back rows with the cable. And then I did single calf raises on the steps for about 3 or 4 sets, and that was it. I didn't need pre workout for it, but I took it anyways. Yeah, for days like that, I needed to stay off the pre workout. But right now, eating 2 chicken sandwiches, very high, heavy in calories and carbs, unfortunately, but it's all I have at the moment. And I'm working with what I have in the refrigerator and the freezer and the pantry and all that. Because obviously, I'm not going to eat tuna every single day. I'm not trying to get mercury poisoning. So, tuna is not what we're eating every single day. Obviously, eggs in the morning, that sort of thing. Um, I will probably be getting some of my own food here soon, like buying some of my own, maybe some steaks, some chicken, obviously rice. Probably going to buy a whole big box of just microwavable rice. Um, we gained weight, but I know exactly why I gained weight. I didn't cheat on my diet. I tracked all my calories to the T. The only thing that kind of, I guess you could say, where was I? I said I completely forgot what I was talking about. The chicken sandwiches. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna buy a big old bag. I want to buy a big old bag, not bag, box of some microwavable rice. Um, about 180 calories in those per cup of that rice that I like to eat, white rice, anyways. As we get closer to the pose down, obviously carb depletion will happen, water depletion, sodium depletion, trying to make me look nice and full, while also trying to stay healthy all at the same time. Um, I would say, for the most part, we are getting pretty close to like noticing some significant differences. Oh, the gaining weight. Yeah, I went up a little bit. I went back up to 190, but it was because of the creatine. I took 5 grams of creatine yesterday. I had a whole bunch of water before bed. So I do think I retained quite a bit of water. And I didn't do my cardio yesterday, which is a very big no no. But we did our cardio today. We did about 10 or 15 minutes, which is good enough for me at the moment, considering I'm in a deficit. But as we kind of come into the coming months, we'll pick it up to about 30, 45, and then we'll have some 1 hour days when it comes to peak week, depending on where we are. Obviously, right now, I'm just trying to stay as healthy as possible while also getting as lean as possible because obviously I don't want to lose any muscle mass. I don't want to lose any muscle mass. I just want to lose body fat. That's the whole point of the cut. And tomorrow will probably be either a chest day, maybe a full body workout. Who knows? Mm, hamstrings need worked sometime this week. I know that. Quads are awesome. Um, I would say that I need less carbs, maybe about 150 carbs at the moment. And then obviously, when it comes to that peak week, I've got to be on like 200 to 400 grams of carbs one of those days to actually make myself look fuller without overloading, without tipping over and bloating myself up. But obviously, gonna get some rice cakes, gonna get some honey, some easy to digest foods, a couple of sweets, maybe. May will be probably the most treacherous month. April and May. March, we're still going to take it kind of easy, but April and May will be some pretty treacherous 2 months of less carbs, more cardio, which will probably pick up to about 45 minutes. Um, Probably will train 6 times a week and not 7 like I'm doing at the moment, just to give my body that extra rest. And then obviously about 2 or 3 days out from pose down, we will stop working out. So I'm thinking, you know, obviously with this pose down, it's like, okay, I want to look as like aesthetically pleasing as possible while also looking, decently big, I guess you could say. Um, so I'm doing my best to stay away from the fast foods, doing my best to stay away from a lot of the artificial, well, not at the moment. At the moment, I can kind of take it easy. I can have a couple of days of like, maybe one day out of the month where I'm like, all right, I'm going to go a little crazy here and actually like just say screw it to tracking macros, protein intake, whatever it is, don't care. Don't go too crazy to the point to where I literally put on like 4 to 5 pounds of fat or like whatever. Don't want to go too crazy and eat 10,000 calories, but I definitely will have a cheat day next month. Next month, I will have a cheat day. I most likely will. Probably somewhere at the end of the month. Not. And then April, we might have one cheat day. May, no cheat days. And then obviously the pose down. And then after the pose down, we'll see where we want to go from there. Most likely, we'll just main gain from June, July, August, September. Start bulking up again October, November, December, January, and then repeat the process all over again depending on what happens. Next year, it could get pretty crazy. We might, my goal is obviously the main gain, put on muscle while maintaining calorie intake. I want to put on at least 5 pounds of muscle when it comes to the bulk. Yeah, at least 5 pounds of muscle. So we'll probably go right back up to 200 something. Just a little bit more leaner because obviously this cut, we're going to lose all our body fat. And with the bulk, we're going to do kind of a clean bulk. We'll have some crazy days, but doing an hour of cardio, 30 minutes to an hour of cardio should keep me nice and all right while also seeing ab definition. And that'll be that, obviously. And sipping on some water with some electrolytes in it. I found it kind of easy right now at the moment to go to bed with, being depleted, being in a fasted state. It's not so difficult for me right now to go to bed hungry. Like last night, I could feel my stomach like kind of rumbling. And I got up in the middle of the night to get to the bathroom. And I was in the bathroom and I was like, there's 2 ways I can go here. I can go downstairs and get something to eat and kind of go crazy today or tonight, or I can toughen it out and go to bed. So I'm glad I went to bed because if I went down here and got something to eat, that weight gain would have been a little bit too much. Probably went up 1 or 2 pounds. But I know it's water weight. I'm not seeing any crazy differences yet. I am noticing a little bit more vascularity in the arms. Obviously, if you've seen my TikToks or Snapchats, you definitely can see like, the body fat is definitely decreasing. Obviously, I think we're 2 weeks in now. So in this next week of the cut, I think we will see some significant changes in body fat, ab definition, vascularity, all around uh, physique. The whole goal is I don't want to have any more 1600 days. If I have days with like 1600 calories and I go to bed and I've only eaten 1600 calories, that can be a pretty bad thing. Some people would say, oh, well, you're just going to lose more weight. Well, no. Well, yes, but then it also is telling my body to not only eat the fats, but is also now telling my body, hey, let's go eat some of this muscle up. And that's exactly what I don't want to do. I feel small. I look small. I feel small and look small. But I think as time goes on, I definitely will feel the aesthetic dopamine of like, yeah, I'm glad I stuck to it. I'm glad I kept doing it. So right now, we're currently around 2,400 calories. 2,400 calories, around a 400 calorie deficit, which is a decent area to be. Obviously, I was at 2,500, wasn't working for me, but down to 24. Amazing. Loving it. 2,400 calories is a perfect deficit for me, and that's where I'm going to keep it at for the next couple of months, for the next 2 months at least. Probably will go down to 23. If I'm feeling a day where it's like, okay, we need to kick it up a notch, I'll go down to maybe 22, 2,300 and really go for it. Strength, couldn't care less about strength at the moment. My strength is probably terrible. I mean, I was literally only doing one row cable rows, one arm cable rows with 75 pounds. I mean, that is an insane amount of like lightweight. It's so light. It's so insanely light, but I'm so depleted. I'm so weak at the moment that that's all I can do. But still got a pretty good back pump. I can still feel the kind of, I guess you could say, repercussions of that back workout, back and calf workout, I guess you could call it. But the main muscles that we're going to be attacking and like focusing on when it comes to the bulk will be, biceps and arms, because we really need to get these biceps up. I'm very, very disappointed in the way my biceps look. I know they can look much better. Triceps, not bad. Not bad at the moment. Not bad. I know as I get leaner, they'll look more defined and more striated and harder. But arms need to be bigger. My chest, like if you look at me now, it's like my chest is almost too big for my arms. Obviously you see the brachialis. That's crazy. But that's from training, you know, those specific muscles too often. Before I got into bodybuilding, before I got into actually having a legit split, I just trained whatever I wanted. And that's where you kind of go wrong, is train the same exact muscle so continuously. If you're cutting, that's different because you're not going to really lose any more muscle. You're not going to lose as much amount of muscle with cutting, and it's not really like, strength oriented or whatever. But I know my legs are strong. They look good. Everything is good at the moment. But, I mean, I'm just getting closer. Just taking this step by step, going day by day. And we are getting very, very close. I know we're getting close to seeing some significant differences in the physique. And some significant, like, okay, didn't expect this type of freakiness, but yeah. And then the bulk, obviously. I have a feeling when I bulk up, it's just going to be light work. It's just going to, everything is going to click. Everything is going to be so smooth. And I'm very, very looking forward to the bulk. Very, very looking forward to going back up. Obviously, right now, just feeling small. That's why I feel that way. But anyways, I'm going to get these chicken sandwiches down. Probably have to warm them up now, but I'm gonna get them down, and then we'll probably do 20 minutes of cardio because I don't know how much I did today. I know I did at least 10, but we may go for another workout. Who knows? But we won't film it. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow.